Hey everyone, so I'm nicely home from work and I need to get a delicious meal on the go. It will take 1 hour to cook, but to put this meatloaf together will be easy as anything. This is my grandmother's recipe that she gave to me with a few extra little pieces added in. So I trust you are going to enjoy this just as much as my family will. The first thing in our recipe is we are going to need 2 eggs. We're going to beat these together and then we're going to put them over to the side so we can get at the hamburger, which is the main part. So in here I have my raw hamburger. This is 1 pound of hamburger. I'm going to cut it open, make it just a little easier. It is obviously thawed. Well, it had been frozen. You don't have to use frozen. You can use fresh. As long as you've got a pound, you're going to have a good sized meatloaf. And into this, we are going to add 1 package of onion soup mix. This adds some really nice flavor. The other important thing, of course, that I needed to make sure that I had on hand was a good cup of tea, because everything goes better with tea. Now that we've got the onion soup mix mixed in with our burger, we're going to take our 2 eggs and we'll pour those in. There we are. And this is the lovely stuff that will glom everything together. That smells good. The other thing that Grandma said that you should add to this is, of course, some filler. And one of those things would be 2 to 3 slices of bread. And I've already pre-shredded it, but these are bread crumbs. Just a couple, and I just shredded them all up here. Here we are. And this helps to, I want to say beef up your meatloaf. But it's a filler. It helps to make it go further. There we are. Now here I deviate just a little bit from Grandma's recipe because the other thing that I like to add in is 1/4 cup or 60 milliliters of uncooked rice. This is uncooked. But the neat thing is we are going to be adding water. I'll tell you how much when we get there. And that will help with the onion soup mix, and it will help with the rice. So the rice is another filler. You don't have to use it. I do remember watching a TV show one time. I believe they used cornflakes. I don't think I would suggest the cornflakes, but you never know. You'll have to tell me in the comments below the type of things that you like to put into your meatloaf. Meatloaf gets a bad rap, but our family really likes this one. Okay, another thing I want to add in here, which you can or cannot, but I like to add maybe a little bit of a vegetable. So what I had some little carrots, and I've gone and sliced up 1 cup of carrots. Really, I hope you can see how very thinly sliced. I had contemplated using peppers, red and green and yellow peppers. They add a nice color to them. I chose the carrots instead. Okay. So this is it's still easy to mix, but it's getting a little thicker. That's a good thing. But we need to add a couple of other things, and these things are back to my grandmother's recipe. The second last thing that she wants me to add in here is 1/4 cup of ketchup, or in her words, several good squeezes. So I'm going to do several good squeezes. There we are, which will equal out to 1/4 cup. And I believe I have forgotten to tell you, but you should preheat your oven. If you haven't done it yet, do it now. And you're going to want to preheat your oven to 350 degrees and have the rack set in the middle position. And the last thing that I need to add in here, according to my grandma, is 3/4 of a cup of warm water. There's 1, there's 2, and that's 3/4. I'm going to mix that all in. That's for the sake of the soup and the sake of the rice, and to make sure that your meatloaf doesn't all dry out. I think that's probably the worst culprit of giving a meatloaf a really bad rap. It tends to be dry. You don't want your meatloaf dry, right? That'd be kind of dry. I'm also going to put in the description box below another way that you could do this. I won't be doing it for you tonight, but where you could do it with mashed potatoes all over the outside. Quite a delicious accomplishment, but I don't have any mashed potatoes, so I'm not going for that. I need to get this in the oven and baking because people are getting hungry. Okay, one more sip of tea, and it's time to get the meatloaf into the pan. Just so you know, if you have everything all prepared ahead of time, and if I were doing this in real time, this has taken all of 10 minutes to get everything put in. I make sure this is spread out evenly in my loaf, let's say my loaf pan. This is a glass dish, I must admit. So it's gonna go in for 350. I just heard my oven give its funny little boom thing that it does. I don't know why, but it does as it gets up to temperature. And I'm going to, there we are, sorry about that. There's all my carrots and everybody in there. So this is going to go into the oven at 350 degrees for 1 hour. I won't put you through the real time for the 1 hour. I will just see you in a little bit. 1 hour later. My light is not coming on. Come on, light. Hang on here. Come on. That's it. It would appear that the light is burnt out in my stove. But if you could see this. If you could see this. Okay. And there we have it. Enjoy!